Dear students and entrepreneur of this state, Uttar Pradesh, under this COVID-19 pandemic situation, our Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Chief Minister, they invited to various entrepreneurs to start their business and manufacture most of the things which we are importing from outside in country at our soil, at our Indian surface. So today I will discuss about scanning electron microscope because no one is manufacturing this equipment in our country. So this is the need of present time that we should come forward and start our manufacturing by using our own resources. If you will see the construction of SEM, you will find the different parts which are essential to manufacture the SEM, that is electron optical system, specimen stage, secondary electron detectors and some other detectors also, image display unit and operating system. If you will see the major components of SEM, first major component is electron gun. That is basically works on thermo-ionic emission concept. The essential feature of an electron gun, it should be stable, it should provide a stable electron beam with high current and it should have a small spot size and electron gun should capable to adjust energy level with negligible energy dispersion. And initially the tungsten hairpin or lanthanum hexaboride based cathodes or electron guns were used in SEMs. Presently, field emission sources are also used and they have enhanced the capacity of present SEMs. If you will see the features of various electron emission guns on comparative basis, then you will find that the tungsten based electron guns, they have temperature, the temperature goes up to 1700 to 2400 degrees centigrade and sometimes up to 2500 degrees centigrade. So it is really too much. In case of LaV6, it goes up to 1500 degrees centigrade and in case of field emission, it goes up to 1500 degrees centigrade. But in case of cold FEG, the electron gun temperature remains nearly to the room temperature. So this is the excellent change in case of cold FEG. The source size in case of tungsten base, it remains 30 to 50 micron. In case of LaV6, it remains also up to the same level, but in case of FEG, it comes up to 15 nanometer, which further reduced in case of cold FEG up to 3 nanometer. The service cost, first two, they are inexpensive. If you will see the brightness, in case of tungsten, it is 10 to the power 6 and which goes up to 10 to the power 9 in case of cold FEGs. The vacuum which is required for these electron guns, in case of tungsten base, it is 10 to the power minus 4. In case of LaV6, it is 10 to the power minus 7 and 10 to the power minus 10 in case of FEG and cold FEGs. The emission current in micro ampere which is required, that is 100 to 200 in case of tungsten based and which is minimum in case of cold FEG and that is 10. And work function for these electron guns, for tungsten based 2.5 electron volt, for LaV6 1.5, for FEG 1 and for cold FEG it is 0.25. In case of CeB6 it is 2.65. So that is highest in case of CeB6. Thermoelectron emitted from 0.1 nanometer diameter tungsten filament based cathode, that is in case of tungsten based electron guns, and the temperature goes up to 2500 degrees centigrade. The emitted electrons are assembled in the form of an electron beam and flows into the metal plate which works like an anode. And during this process, the electric charge of 1 to 25 kilovolt is used. And the amount of this that electric charge, that depends on the quality of image and the type of system and the type of system which are going to scan. To make the process convenient, a orifice is made in the anode plate to give passage to the electron beam to pass through it. The Valmet electrode is placed in between cathode and anode and applies a negative charge. The current and focus of electron beam is controlled. So that is another change or modification in existing SEMs to control the electron beam and the negative charges. The finest point of electron beam, that is the crossover point, and it ranges from 15 to 20 micron. LAV6 single crystal is also used as a cathode, and the source needs high level of vacuum due to its very high activity level at its tip. And other electron guns are Schottky emission gun, SE gun, and field emission gun, FE guns. Lanthanum hexaboride LAV6 and cerium hexaboride CEB6 are also equally useful to manufacture electron emission guns. The hexaboride crystal is used to generate stable electron beam with work function of nearly 2.65 electron volt. These cathode rank higher than conventional tungsten cathode because it work function yields higher currents at lower cathode temperature than tungsten. Both LAV6 and CEB6 based cathodes offer 10 times higher brightness and service life than tungsten based electron guns. The function is very useful to translate to more beam current in a smaller spot at the sample. The feature of CEB6 and LAV6 based electron guns, you can say the comparative. For large beam spot sizes, the larger size flat crystal faces of CEB6 and LAV6 can be used as a cathode. CEB6 and LAV6 cathode are basically robust and they have very high chemical resistance. That's why they are used in case of SEM, where the chemically active substances are also used for scanning. They need moderate vacuum but higher than tungsten cathode due to more proneness to carbon contamination. These electron guns need current density up to 50 ampere per centimeter square, and fabrication is available in a variety of shapes and configuration easily. And the lifetime, the cathode temperature, vacuum level, crystal purity level, crystal orientation, tip shape and mount design, these are the features which decide the lifetime of these electron guns. The overheating accelerates the evaporation and decreases the lifetime by deteriorating the tip shape. The major manufacturer of cathode for scanning electron microscopes are Emre, Chemica, Chemscan, Electroscan, Philips, Atec, Hitachi, ICT, Advantex, Capcom and Omicron. These are some major players of this market. You will see the field emission electron guns. These electron guns are used to get high degree of resolution, and high level of electric field is applied on a metal surface. The FE guns offer the field emission effect accurately, cleanly. Thin tungsten wire on which single crystal of tungsten mounted is used to form the cathode of field emission electron gun. If you will talk about the shape, the curvature of such type of electron guns that makes 100 nanometer radius. A voltage of some kilovolt is applied on metal plate which works as extracting electrode which consists a fine hole to pass the beam. The field emission is generated when the tip of emitter, which is 1 to 2 nanometer in size, is kept very clean under high vacuum environment, and vacuum that remains nearly 10 to the power minus 8 Pascal. And the emitter diameter that varies 5 to 10 nanometer. Thermal emission electron guns, which are called TE guns, the electron source diameter remains 10 to 20 micron. So this is the basic difference between FE guns and TE guns. FE electron guns produce much smaller electron beam than TE guns, and the energy spread in FE electron gun is less than TE electron guns because the heating of emitter is not needed in case of FE electron guns. A single crystal sharp tip tungsten wire is used in case of FE electron guns. Inside FE electron guns, a strong electric field forms at single crystal sharp tip, and the electrons are emitted which are oriented towards the couple of anodes. The extracting voltage with a few kilovolt between the tip and first anode is used to extract the electrons from the tip, and they are directed towards the sample by means of various lenses. The accelerating voltage is also used to accelerate the electron flow towards the specimen. Generally, three types of FEGs are opted for: SEM system, cold field emission electron gun, elevated temperature Fe electron guns, and Scotty emission electron guns. The cold field emission electron guns are basically used to produce electron source at room temperature. The electric field applied between the anode and cathode is the main driving force of electron emission from single crystal emitter. The current of electron beam remains very less but poses very high quality of brightness due to presence of a small diameter of electron beam and emission area. The tip of single crystal is heated to 2000 degrees centigrade for few seconds to clean the absorbed gases on the tip of and this process is called as the flashing. After that temperature, then the temperature that reduce up to the room temperature. If you will see the elevated temperature Fe electron guns, basically they works at elevated temperature. That's why its name is elevated temperature field emission electron guns. Elevated temperature assists to reduce the absorption of gas molecule and stabilization of electron beam emission even at low vacuum conditions. Scotty emission electron guns, fine tungsten needle is used in which some of them are coated with low working function material such as zirconium oxide used for electron emission. Scotty and cold field emission electron guns are superior to thermoionic sources in terms of source size, brightness and lifetime. And field emission electron guns are very good alternative way of generating electrons when you compare with tungsten and other conventional type of electron guns. LaV6 filament is better alternate of tungsten filament than tungsten filament. LaV6 require minimum energy to remove an electron to infinity from the surface of given solid called work function, and the work function that is less than 2.4 electron volt, which is 4.5 electron volt in case of tungsten. LaV6 emit stronger electrons than tungsten filament at constant temperature. Lanthanum hexaboride based electron guns are capable to provide 5 to 10 times greater brightness and higher lifetime. LaV6 single crystal diameter that is 100 to 200 micron and 0.5 mm in length is used as a emitter. Graphite or rhenium support for LaV6 crystal works as a resistive heater to elevate the temperature up to desired level. Advantages: the effective emission area of LaV6 electron gun is much smaller than conventional tungsten electron guns, which reduces the spot size of electron beam. LaV6 electron guns produced the electron beam which has smaller energy spread, which indicates that a smaller chromatic aberration and higher resolution of SEM images is possible. Apart from all these, LaV6 electron source can replace the tungsten electron guns directly in conventional SEM for modification point of view. But due to very high sensitivity of LaV6 for oxidation at increasing temperature, high degree of vacuum, which is nearly 10 to the power minus 8 torr, is essential. And in absence of this much of vacuum, LaV6 electron guns are not useful due to the effect of oxidation, and that reduces the lifetime of LaV6 electron guns. If you will talk about magnetic lenses, which is very essential part of these SEMs, the focal length is engineered by alteration in number of coils per unit space, intensity of current passing through it, and magnetic field leakage from a narrow gap. The surrounding of these coils are covered by means of yokes to control the leakage of magnetic field, and the narrow gap between coils is called the pole piece, and it requires high level of accuracy during its manufacturing. So if you will talk about the standard definition of magnetic lens is an electron beam when an electron beam is passes close to the coil which are bound on the electric wire in which direct current is passing and magnetic field is present, works as a magnetic lens. Double stage magnetic lenses are placed below the electron gun, which combines the effect of both condenser and objective lens to produce the small size electron probe. The focusing strength of condenser lens improves the diameter of electron probe, and the aperture, which is made of a thin metal plate and placed between the condenser and objective lens. So aperture plate blocks the maximum and allow a small part of the electron beam to come to the objective lenses. So thank you, and I will